Hi, Larry Benjamin here with another Model 3 review video. This time I'm going to focus on answering questions posed by viewers of my previous videos. I've owned the car for about 6 weeks and have driven it 2,000 miles. This is the first electric car I've driven and owned, and previously was in an Audi S3. We've covered the fact that the car has very good acceleration, excellent handling, and is fun to drive. The longer I own the car, the more I enjoy it and learn to adapt to fewer hardware controls than any car I've driven. For me, the pros far outweigh the cons. So let's talk about the turning radius. It's right in line with the Model X and GLC class Mercedes. The clearance of the car is about an inch higher than the Audi S3. I haven't scraped or bottomed out yet. Many have asked to quantify the noise levels on the freeway, so I used an SPL meter set to A weighting and fast response. The sound level is coming in at around 66 decibels at 65 miles per hour. This is in line with most every car in this class. My suspension is the original suspension that predates when Tesla started shipping cars after 12/27/2017 with a softer ride. I think the suspension is sporty and great on most roads except battered LA city streets when the ride is bumpy and firm. And most of you will be experiencing the newer suspension. So the left knob on the steering wheel is for the volume control. And there's a little rocker switch. Push it to the right, that advances to the next piece of music. And if you push it while it's playing, it pauses. Another question is, what do I do about satellite radio? Well, in this case, obviously there's no satellite radio tuner in the car, so I would call up the Sirius app, and for instance, let's listen to Howard Stern. I would select phone, and it would connect to my phone.
This is Gary Delabate, and I'd like to
and it would literally stream from my phone.
Serious damage. So if you have a trampoline in your backyard, please make sure that it's tied down securely.
I have a suggestion for you.
Go ahead.
Make your own.
No, stop it. Please, I've done what I need to do.
One of the things people want to know is, where does the airflow go from the upper to the lower part of the ventilation? Also, is there airflow on the footwells? Let me answer that question. Let's crank this baby up. With this pointed up here, it's going up. If we move this down here, and now let's go to the footwell. How about ventilation in the back seat? Some have commented that the roof is too tinted to be useful, but I disagree. I think it makes the car feel more open as well as giving you more headroom. The UV infrared coating looks orange when there's condensation or rain on it. This look disappears when the moisture dries and isn't a flaw. One of the concerns people have is the roof, because it's a big glass expanse over the cabin. But it is in fact infrared and UV protected. I have a heat gun. Let's shoot the roof and see what the temperature says. So it's about 90 degrees. It's not hot, it's warm to the touch, but it doesn't really hit the heat on my head. When valet or someone at the car wash adjusts your seat, you can restore your settings by using Saved Driver Profiles. The profile saves the position of the seat, steering wheel, and side mirrors. Some have said that the car is nothing more than a driving laptop. While most everything is controlled from the touchscreen, even if I rebooted it while using Autopilot, the car continues as if nothing has changed. To reboot, simply push and hold the two steering wheel buttons. The car continues to auto-steer, accelerate, and brake. When the computer is rebooted, the telltale Tesla T appears on the screen. Let's do the same thing with Autopilot engaged in stop-and-go traffic at dusk. I've only needed to reboot it a few times, and it's for when you lose an LTE signal, such as passing through poor reception areas, and the car needs to be able to stream content using LTE. Rebooting it forces it to re-establish communication with the LTE network. One of the questions I get asked is, how does the car perform using Autopilot in the rain? The car is sure-footed, doesn't hydroplane, and has very good traction control. As I've said before, one needs to be focused while using Autopilot. You also have the ability to turn on the backup camera at any time while driving. To parallel park using Auto Park, pull up beside a car with an open space, and you'll see the blue P circle. Put the car into reverse and hit the blue start button. The car will control the steering, acceleration, and braking without any interaction from the driver. The car will park itself within the blue bounding rectangular box, keeping it centered. The smartphone key is proximity sensitive, and one has to walk a fair distance for the car to fold its mirrors and lock itself. The newest firmware and software update, which hasn't been sent to my car yet, solves this issue by only unlocking the door by pulling the handle. It also activates the pre-wired rear heated seats controlled on the ventilation page. When a phone call comes in while music is playing, it mutes the music and puts the call through the speakers.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Calls are clear on both sides.
Good.
No car is perfect and can please all the people all the time. I am a sound mixer by trade, and years ago made the leap from a one-button-per-function console design to a control surface that has fewer knobs, so this has made me more open to the radical design change the car employs. One gets used to this change over time and develops muscle memory the way controls can be used without looking. I really enjoy the Model 3 and will update you when new things come to my attention. Thanks for watching.